In this video, we are going to talk about alternate angles on parallel lines. Now, when you have two parallel lines cut by another line, you have 8 angles, 4 of which are here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 of the others are here, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we know that these two lines are parallel, so we sort of have a Z shape here, like these angles inside the Z shape. Now we call these angles as alternate angles, right? Because they are on the alternating side of this line, yeah? One of the angles is on this side, the other angle is on that side. So these two angles are alternate angles. And what's more, of course, these two angles are congruent. And we are going to write the reason as alternate angles. Now the reason why these two are equal is that, first of all, angle 4 is corresponding to angle 8, right? So we can say angle 4 is corresponding to angle 8. Sorry, they are congruent. I just said the reason. It's corresponding angles. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 8 because they are corresponding angles. And what's more, angle 8, which is here, right, is vertically opposite to angle 6. So I can say angle 8 is congruent to angle 6, and the reason is that they are vertically opposite. So instead of writing these two bits of information together with these reasons, right, we just say these two angles, 4 and 6, are alternate angles. Or if we clear it up properly, so I can say angle 4 is congruent to angle 6. Let's write it down. And the reason is alternate angles. So these go alternating on this line here, right? One of the alternate angles is this side, the other angle is that side. That's why we call them as alternate angles, as I said before. Now, there are more pairs, of course. If we go with, say, 3, we can find that 5 is an alternate pair. So I can say angle 3 is congruent to angle 5. And the reason is, again, alternate angles. There's another one. I have 1 here, right? And I have 7 here. These are also alternate angles, and you can see that 1 and 5 are corresponding, and 5 and 7 are vertically opposite. And also we have 2 and 8. These are also alternate angles. But generally speaking, when we mention alternate angles, we talk about the angles in between the parallel lines. Although the angles outside those parallel lines are also alternate angles, we generally go with those within the lines. Right, so how can I easily find out those alternate angles? Now, if we clear things up here, I'll show you another way. Now, we can here see, let's say, a Z shape here. Can you notice that Z shape? Well, it is not going to be exactly Z letter, right? Sometimes it will be, but sometimes it's going to be a little bit different, yeah? But the reason we use Z shape is that the angles in between the Z are alternate angles. You can also apply this to this side. So you can have Z backwards, but it doesn't matter because all I'm looking for is the angles in between. So 3 and 5 are also alternate angles. But beware, when you're writing, let's say, angle 3 is congruent to angle 5, please do not write the reason as Z rule or Z shape or anything. Please write down instead alternate angles. But certainly you can use this shape to find out the alternate angles. Let's look at this example. Now it says find the size of the angle marked with the letter, meaning W here, right? So we're going to go like, well, this is a Z shape. So the angles in between the Z must be congruent. So I can say confidently that W is equal to 76 degrees, and the reason is alternate angles. You have to give these two pieces of information while answering these sorts of questions. Another example, again here, you can see the Z shape, right? Well, it is not exactly a Z of this sort, but still, it's a Z. And then you can say this angle is definitely 147 degrees. So M equals 147 degrees, and the reason is alternate angles, right? Now is your turn. Please go directly to online self-check and write the answers there. Don't forget to mention the reasons. Thank you.